Welcome to Research Talk. I hope you all are doing well. We are learning different means of collecting phenomenological materials. So in this video, in previous videos, we talked about interviews, we talked about observation, we talked about written anecdotes. Now we are going to learn another means of collecting phenomenological materials, and that is art-based methodologies. Art-based methodologies for collecting phenomenological material are very powerful means. When you think about a human experience, sometimes some experiences you may have realized, like you are very conscious of those experiences. They are so fresh in your memory. Sometimes some experiences are not as conscious. They are more sort of a pre-conscious. Unless you sit and reflect, they don't come back as vividly as other experiences. And also, sometimes you may have experienced something which is very hard to express. Language becomes sort of not enough to experience, to share those and express those experiences. And this is where art-based methodologies are a very powerful tool to get data, phenomenological materials on the lived experiences of the phenomenon that you are exploring. So art-based methodologies you can always think about when you are planning your study. If it is a phenomenon where you think that it will be hard for participants to express, language might be a limitation, or you think that including art-based methodology can improve the quality of the data, you can get, let's say, a very enriched, vivid experience of from your participants. So in that case, art-based methodologies are very, very powerful and useful. So let's talk about what could be some possible art-based methodologies for collecting phenomenological material. The first one is visual art. You can ask your participants to take a picture of related to the phenomenon that you are exploring, and then participant can come and talk about those pictures that they have taken, pictures that are meaningful, pictures that can help them go deeper into those lived experiences and share them. And this is called, we have a particular methodology, we call it photo voice. So you can use photo voice as a methodology for collecting your data. You can ask people, your participant, to take photographs, or if they have any photographs before you approach them for data collection, if they have any photographs which convey the stories, the experience they have gone through, those photographs you can include as phenomenological material in your study. As we all know, photographs have some memories attached with that. So as a methodology, visual art could be very powerful medium to help participants get deeper into those experiences and share them, share stories related to those photographs, whether taken in the past, or sometimes I can ask my participant to go and take pictures as part of telling the living experience of what they are experiencing related to the phenomenon, and then I can collect those photographs and I can do interviews and where the participants are sharing the stories related to those photographs, the meanings, the interpretations, and all that. I can also, along with the photograph, I can also ask my participant to draw or paint to express their experience. This is also a powerful medium. Depending on what phenomenon you are exploring, you can ask your participant to draw something related to the phenomenon that they have experienced. So drawing, painting are also powerful means to collect phenomenological materials. We will talk in detail in another video about the protocols which are used when you are using such mediums. For now, we are focusing on understanding these different mediums, different means of collecting phenomenological materials for your study. So in visual art, you can do photography, you can ask your participant to draw, paint, and all these different ways of collecting phenomenological materials. A second one is performing art. This is another means of collecting phenomenological materials. In performing art, you can do either dance and movement. So participants can engage in dance, movement, role play kind of situations, and they can share their experiences related which you are trying to explore. Another thing you could do along with dance and movement is also theater and drama, where participants are, through role play, through drama, they express what they have experienced. So you can also use these as a way to collect phenomenological materials. And when it comes to role play, theater, and drama, these are very powerful tools because when you perform what you have experienced, you are able to demonstrate social complexities, those experiences in social setting that sometimes it's very hard to express through words and language. So drama, role play, theater can be an effective tool to capture those experiences and can be used as a powerful tool. There is a term you may have already heard. It's called ethnodrama. Ethnodrama is not a means to collect phenomenological materials. However, a researcher, after collecting the data, after collecting phenomenological materials, based on the findings, they create a script. And then ethnodrama is a way to show, express, demonstrate the findings of the study through play, through short play, through role play. So you are using it for presenting your results. So it is not a means of collecting data, collecting phenomenological materials, but rather a mean of expressing, presenting the data, presenting the findings of your phenomenological research. So visual art, performing art could be a powerful tool to collect phenomenological material. You can also do literary art. So let's learn this one too. This could also be a way of collecting data, and poetry is a powerful tool. I have seen some studies where participants are asked to write a poem based on the experience that they have gone through related to the phenomenon that the researcher is investigating. And remember, poetry is a powerful tool when it comes to expressing deeper emotional experiences. Poetry can say something which prose cannot say, which is very hard to say in like normal interaction or conversation. So sometimes as a researcher, you can think about whether this might be a good tool to collect phenomenological materials where people can share their experience. So poetry can be a powerful tool as well. You can also use another creative way to collect phenomenological material, which is music. So music is, again, it's a powerful means to express ourselves, and we can see You can read a lot about those literature on music and how people use music to share their emotional, cognitive experiences. In the context of phenomenological research and collecting phenomenological materials, what you could do, you can do like songwriting and composition. Songwriting and composition, you can ask your participants to compose a song based on what they have experienced. And then they are given opportunity to sing those songs, perform those songs. So that's one way you could implement that. You can also ask people to choose a music. So rather than composing a music, participant can choose a music, a song, which they can relate in the context of the experience that we are trying to explore. We all have that experience. We have some of our favorite songs, and there are most of the time some reasons why we can relate with a particular lyrics and particular song or particular music. So this could also be a good way for research participants to share their experience that sometimes it's hard to share in a conversation format. So you can ask them to songwriting or choose a music that they can relate with the experience we are exploring. Another way is craft and handmade art. So this might include sculpture and ceramics. Sculpturing and ceramics could also be a powerful tool. Our hands has memory too. So the tactile experience, when we experience any phenomenon, that experience is also sort of saved in our bodily memory. So sculpturing, ceramics can be used as a tool, as a means for participants to express their deepermost experience. So that might be a powerful tool. You may have experienced sometime like when you have a particular tactile experience, some memories comes back because they are saved in our body, in our hand. So they are very powerful emotional experiences attached to our tactile experience. So sculpting, ceramics could be a powerful tool. And the related tool with craft and handmade art is you can ask participants to use weaving, knitting, quilting to express their experience. And these are powerful too because texture, whatever they create through knitting, weaving, they have meanings for them. So if a participant has done those things, those artifacts can be used as a means to express what they have experienced. So this could also be a powerful tool. In today's world, when we are so much exposed to digital media, social media, digital storytelling can also be used as a tool for research participants to express their experience as well. So digital and multimedia can be used as a tool for sharing experiences. You can also ask your participant to create animated videos, photo collage, all the various ways of digital media that a participant can use to share their experience. So we talked about all these different creative ways that a researcher can use to collect phenomenological materials for your study. Some of the things I would recommend to keep in mind whenever you are exploring a phenomenon, it's always a good idea to think about what might be a creative way to capture the experience, the lived experience of participants, or any lived experience that you want to understand. And remember that these creative art methodologies, art-based methodologies, give you very rich, in-depth, contextual data as well. as humans, you might have already experienced that sometimes it's very hard to say things in words or in prose. And this is where, if you think and reflect, what might be a powerful tool or art-based tool that I can use for letting my participants dip into their deeper experience and share through these artifacts. Also, when participants create any artifact, it helps them to look at that experience in more richer detail, and when you have a conversation around that, you get more detailed description. So, for instance, let's say if I ask a participant to take pictures related to the phenomenon, let's say the phenomenon is set in a school setting. Now, if I ask my participant to take pictures from the school that has meaningful relation with the phenomenon, now when participant takes these pictures, brings it to the researcher, I can sit and ask them to describe in detail and why those pictures matter, why they decide to take this picture. So you get a very rich contextual data through art-based methodologies. So it is not necessary to do art-based means to collect phenological material for every research, but always think, reflect, because the real question that drive your decision of what could be some possible means to collect phenomenological material is, the idea is what can help you to get a detailed description, a detailed contextual data related to the phenomenon. We will have another video where I will talk more in detail about what might be some protocols you can use when you are deciding to use art-based methodologies. I hope this video has helped you to get a sense of what might be some possibilities when it comes to using art-based approaches, art-based mediums to collect experiences, lived experiences. Thank you very much. I'll see you again.